good night. Still here, still just that same old dusk. We once rode the old carousel when the fair was closing down. All the lights had dimmed to amber, but you wore a paper crown. The horses creaked like sleepy legends, spinning slow to music's end. And we waved at empty corners like to ghosts we used to send. The carousel held the time we never kept. We were laughter in slow motion. We were promises we wept. Though the ride has stopped its turning, though the lights have gone to rust, I still hear you in the twilight on the carousel at dusk. You picked horses made of silver, said they matched the sky that day. I just laughed and chose the quiet one that always turned away. Now the fairground feels like absence, but the rhythm never breaks. I still spin inside the stillness where your shadow softly shakes. The carousel at dusk is a memory in gold, not of endings or beginnings, but the turning we still hold. Though the ropes may hang in silence, though the music's just a husk, you still smile inside the echo of the carousel at dusk. One ride, one light, one last good night. Still here, still just that same old dusk. If I dream beneath the silence, if I let the night adjust, I will find you gently waiting on the carousel at dusk. Still green, still sleep. They breathe what they know. Still soft, still free. They keep you and me. There were trees behind the chapel where we carved our secret sign. Just a heart and two initials in a crooked climbing line. You would say they wouldn't notice, but I think they always knew. Now they sway with gentle whisper, as if murmuring of you. What the trees remember isn't written in the bark, isn't it in the bark? It's the hush of stolen moment in the space where leaves go dark. Though the wind has changed its language, though the forests learn to bend, they still hold a soft confession that we never reached the end. Every autumn smells like breathing, every root recalls your name. Even branches touch like echoes, and the moss still plays our game. You are nowhere I can follow, but in shadows I can see all the hours we once planted now grow softly under me. What the trees remember isn't sound or shape or face, it's the pause inside the branches where you left your quiet place. Though the seasons walk without you, though the sky forgets to see, I still listen to the silence of what the trees tell me. Still green, still slow, they breathe what they know. Still soft, still free, they keep you and me. If you ever find the chapel, if you trace the trunk just so, you will feel the trees still whisper all the love we used to know. We were sitting by the water, trading clouds with quiet hands. You were drawing stars on napkins, I was tracing chieftains. Then the sky began to shimmer like a secret wrapped in flame. You just smiled and closed your notebook as the dust forgot your name. Before the sky turned gold, we were time without a thread, just two hearts on borrowed hours, saying nothing that we said. Now the sun sets softer, slower, but your voice still fills the light, and I chase the would count the distant seagulls, guessing where the day might end. I would watch the way you breathed in, as if time could just suspend. Now the sky keeps on unfolding, but the moment doesn't bend. I was yours between the colors in a world we didn't send. Before the sky turned gold, we were echoes yet to fade. You and I were unrecorded, but the memory never strayed. Though the light is never waiting, though the shore has changed its hold, I will always love the silence of before the sky turned gold. One sky, one hour, one heart in flower, one name untold before it turned gold. The evening finds me drifting, and the clouds begin to fall. I return to where you linger, just before the sky turned gold. No steps, no sound, but I know you're around. Soft truth I adore, your shoes by the door. There were shoes left by the doorway, slightly tilted to one side. Yours were always near the edges, like you'd barely stepped inside. I would notice every footprint, soft and fading down the floor, and I learned to read the silence by the shoes left at the door. Shoes at the door said more than you could speak. Where you placed them told a story. If you'd stay another week. Now the hallway holds the echo of a life we didn't store, but I still believe in presents from the shoes left at the door. There were days you kicked them sideways like a sigh that found its place. Other times they stood together as if held in some embrace. Now the tiles are cold and waiting, and the doormat feels unsure, but I keep the space beside it for the shoes left at the door. Shoes at the door are the love I never wore. You were here and I still feel it in the soles that touch the floor. Though the laces are untangled and the prints don't line the core, I still search the early morning for your shoes left at the door. If you ever pass the threshold, if you're ever back once more, I will know it by the silence in your shoes left at the door. There's a bench beside the water where we used to sit and wait, watching ripples paint the silence with a calm we couldn't fake. You would hum a little chorus, I would sketch the sky in it. Every pause became a poem when your fingers lingered there. The bench by the lake knows the stories we forgot, where the wind would touch our shoulders, where the world slowed down and stopped. Though the seasons took their pages, though the sky has lost that blue, I can still feel every silence that I used to share with you. Now the bench has grown a shadow from the tree we named Escape, and the breeze recalls your laughter like a ribbon out of shape. No one sits there in the morning, no one knows what once was here, but I carry that soft stillness like a song I always hear. The bench by the lake isn't mine, but still it stays like a verse that's left unfinished, like a road that never strays. Though you walked away so softly, though we spoke no last goodbye, I still visit in my silence where your memory leans nearby. Just a bench, but it whole of these little truths, little days that the heart never strays. Maybe love is not a promise, not a vow we had to make. It was just two hearts in stillness on a bench beside a lake. The bench by the lake knows the stories we forgot, where the wind would touch our shoulders, where the world slowed down and stopped. Though the seasons took their pages, though the sky has lost that blue, I can still feel every silence that I used to share with you. Your skies like porcelain. We walked without a sound. Our hands were full of sunlight, and our hearts just spun around. Laughter flew so free, like the leaves upon the breeze. We were young and dreaming in a summer made of ease. And I think of you, my dearest, of the days we used to ride by the river, chasing shadows, telling secrets in the night. Even here, far from our town, in this world I barely knew, your voice is still surround me like a morning fresh with dew. I hear your steps and raindrops in the alleys of Funchess. Every cafe, every twilight still recalls your warmth the best. We once said no tomorrows, lived for nothing, full of light, but that nothing meant everything. It was our shared delight. And I think of you, our laughter, and your eyes like open skies. I write you in my whispers on a page the rain still dries. Even now, so far from home, I still hold you close somehow, in my voice and in my accent, and the hope I carry now. Maybe one day I'll return to that morning full of grace, beneath the trees, hand in hand, finding home in your embrace. I stood on the station platform with the ticket in my coat. You walked past with the wind beside you, carrying a paper note. I was bound for something distant. You were late and full of light, and somehow I let the engine fade into the coming night. It became a quiet secret in a station never found. You and I were just a maybe on the edge of going far, but that moment held a silence wider than the rails You ask me, was it your stop? I said I think I'll wait a while. And we talked like time was sleeping in the corners of your smile. Now that platform still remembers all the words we didn't say, and the train we never boarded still arrives in dreams today. The train we almost took left no ashes, left no sound, but it carries every heartbeat in the stillness all around. Though we walked in different cities, though the ticket went unused, you were always in my pocket, like a choice I never chose to lose. No trail, just your face right there. No goodbye, just the train. Maybe life is just the waiting. Maybe home is just a look, and the heart rides every moment like the train we never took. We had shoes worn down by wonder, hearts that didn't care for roast. Every turn was full of laughter, every street a dream we wrote. We would dance beneath the stoplight, crossing corners just for fun. Even rain felt like a rhythm when our story had begun. When we had no maps, just a compass made of light, we would run toward the sunrise, never asking left or right. Even now I still remember how your eyes would lead the way. We were wild and we were weightless in a world that couldn't stay. I still see your coat in motion through a street I used to know, and the echoes of our shouting through the snowflakes as they'd blow. We were late to every moment, but on time in every heart. Now I keep those little detours like a lantern in the dark. When we had no maps, but we knew just where to be. You and I were lost on purpose in a world that let us breathe. Though we never drew the borders, and the seasons came and went, that directionless devotion was the best time ever spent. We got lost, we got light, we were wrong, we were right, but we lied every night, and we still feel that flight. Now the roads are more familiar, but the signs don't mean a thing, 'cause the journey with no answers was the one that taught me wings. April sunlight, soft and sudden, full of grace. I was just a quiet canvas till you painted me a face. Every glance was warm and golden, like a breeze I couldn't chase. You were laughter in a bottle, I was lost inside your trace. And I never said I loved you, but my silence knew it well, like a letter never written that my heartbeat tried to spell. Even now beneath the stillness, I can feel your shadow swing. You were not my ever after, but you'll always be my spring. I recall the quiet moments, hands not touching but so near. Every word we never whispered still rings softly in my ear. You were stars before I named them. You were songs I never knew. I was learning how to listen to the sky that looked like you. Try to hold you, but my soul still wears your name. like a firefly in summer that I loved and never tamed. Though the seasons drift like rivers, you're the reason songs still sing. You are not my ever after, but you'll always be my spring. Maybe love was not forever, but it bloomed and it was true. I was young and full of wonder when the world was shaped like you. There are cups on the windowsill from the day you stayed too late. Tea gone cold, but the warmth remained like a whisper through the gate. You had stories in your fingers, I had quiet in my hands. Now the room is full of shadows, and the clock forgets to stand. Cups on the windowsill still reflect the afternoon. Though the tea has lost its color and the air forgets the tune, you and I were never certain, never carved our names in stone. But those cups still sit in silence, like a truth we've always known. I don't move them from their corners, though the dust begins to grow. They are relics of a moment, of a maybe I still know. You once laughed, we'll break them someday, but they lasted, we did not. Still they hold a kind of promise that the heart has never dropped. Cups on the windowsill, made of clay and memory. Every sip we didn't finish holds a note of you and me. Though the story had no ending and the final scene was still, I keep watching for saw the sunrise through those cups upon the sill. Not love, not goodbye, just a sip and why still warm in the chill are the cups on the sill. Maybe love is not a sentence, not a vow we had to fill. Maybe it was just the silence and two cups upon the sill. Every morning by the window, you would smile and wave at me. Books in arms and skies behind you, like a still life memory. Leaves would fall and bells were ringing, but your voice was all I knew. The street is full of silence, and I walk it missing you. Echoes in the window of a time so soft free. We were only hearts in paper, folding dreams beside a tree. Your hello still lingers somewhere in the hush before the night. We would sit beside the railing, trading stories just with eyes. In the dusk the world grew quieter, but our laughter touched the skies. Now I pass that old veranda, and the flowers still remain. The chairs are draped in silence, like a photo kissed by rain. Echoes in the window, calling softly from the breeze. You were never really leaving, only fading through the leaves. Change its hue. That old window holds a whisper, and it still sounds just like you. Years may come and take their pages, still your wave is crystal clear. In that frame of morning silence, you're forever standing near. We would hang the sheets together on a line behind the tree. I would watch your fingers flutter like a rhythm just for me. Wind would turn them into sailboats, drifting softly into light, and the sun would make our shadow seem like dancers taking flight. Lounge on the lane line, told of days that didn't last, of the shirts we wore on Sundays, of the summer slipping past. You would smile as claws were lifting, like a poem caught mid-ride. Now I walk among the silence where there's laundry on the line. We would laugh about the colors, piring socks like tiny games. Now I fold the air alone here, and the quiet knows our names. All the pins are still in order, but your hands don't reach for mine. Still I see you in the flutter of the laundry on the line. Laundry on the line is a memory in disguise. Every fabric holds a whisper, every sleeve recalls your eyes. Though the breeze may lose the pattern, though the sky may not align, I still feel our morning stories in the laundry on the line. One breeze, one sign, you and I entwine, still caught in time, like the clothes we'd line. Even if the sky is folding, even if the threads unwind, I will find you in the rhythm of the laundry on the line. By the lamp I held a letter with your name in quiet ink, folded corners, faded edges, too afraid to let it sink. Every word was soft and trembling, like my breath against the glass. I would write and never send it, letting moments hid inside a journal in a drawer I never touch. But your name still sparks a feeling like a song that means too much. Letters I never send still unfold behind my eyes in the quiet of the morning, where the past and present rise. Though you never read my phrases, though they never left my room, they were love in all its silence, like a flower that never bloomed. Maybe love was meant to linger, not to end, but not to be. So I leave you in these pages, where your memory stays with me. You would sit out by the garden, where the fence caught silver beams, trading glances like confession, in a world that ran on dreams. There was magic in the quiet, in the way your breath would stay, while the stars refused to answer what we never chose to say. Moonlight, lie on the fence, cast your shadow next to mine. Not a kiss and not a promise, just the pause that felt like time. Though the wind has changed its language, though the leaves forgot our names, I remember how the silence was enough to light the flame. We were younger than the questions, older than the days would tell. I would write you in my journal, though I never dared to spell. You would smile and trace the railing, like a poem no one reads. Still I knew in that still evening we had all that love could need. Moonlight on the fence held our story without speech. You were never mine completely, but forever in my reach. Though the night has lost its shimmer and the fence I still see that glowing silence in the stars. I choose to trust. All we had was in that moment, moonlight still can recreate it. There was once a hidden garden where our laughter learned to bloom. We would run through rows of sunlight, chasing petal past the moon. All the trees would hum our secrets. Every breeze would spell your name. Now it's quiet, but it's breathing, and it doesn't feel the same. The garden we forgot still remembers every smile. It was never truly silent, only resting for a while. Though the gates have turned to ivy and the bench is overgrown, I can feel the soil still holding all the dreams we used to own. I recall the tiny fountain where you tossed a wish at dusk. You believed in silent magic, in a world that we could trust. Now the sky is lined with distance, but the ground still calls me near, and the garden, soft and golden, holds the echoes we left here. The garden we forgot still grows gently in the shade. You and I may not return there, but the roots we planted stay. with your sunlight.